Welcome back to the Hooch, everybody. You got Koymac here, Michael Harris, Kai La'a, and then we have Nick Sterling and Jason Murff from Grill Your Ass Off here today.
Grilling asses off.
Grilling
asses off.
As you can see, there's some jerky in the front-ish area down there. I think one of them fell already.
You want to put his meat in your mouth.
That's what happens.
It's really good.
It's delicious meat. It's all delicious.
It's like,
But yes, his company's amazing. Makes great spices. He's going to go ahead and snag the beef jerky.
And now Nick is eating the jerky.
He's totally going to eat it.
God, you were fat.
I think Donald Trump wants some.
Yeah, Donald Trump wants the meat.
He wants a little bite.
Oh,
Anyway,
that was a good issue.
It is. And welcome back to the show, guys. We got a couple things today. We're going to talk about Pravada and Elon Musk buying that domain to keep everybody honest. We're also going to be covering Roseanne Barr and her tweet later on in this episode. But first, I got a question for you guys. Gas or charcoal?
Charcoal all the way. Like,
But I sell propane accessories.
so I started a new series I'm doing on my Instagram to where every Friday we do a quote from a famous person that you've never heard of. And it's something that I just completely and totally make up, come up with a funny name to go with it, and then post it.
So you make a fake quote.
Yeah, by a famous person. They're normally dead. One of the ones I came up with, that way they can't sue you. So I'm obviously not going to use this one, but one of the ones I came up with was buying a gas grill is setting yourself up for failure. Trust me, I know. Hillary Clinton.
That's great. Wait, have you done Mark Twain yet? Because like everybody does Mark Twain like fake quotes.
No, I've done Davy Crockett. This Friday is going to be Theodore Roosevelt.
can we get a preview of that one?
Theodore Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I'm not gay or Canadian. I eat my steak rare. And like later on down the line, we're gonna have it once people get a common occurrence with it. I'm gonna drop the Helen Keller to where it's just quotation marks and emptiness inside of it.
Quotation mark, and all the letters are misplaced. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I
what the
already have
person's-
it made, so it's like you get a quotation. There's like a blank space, a period, and then a down space, and then another blank space, period, and quotation.
Well, we're all going to hell. Anyway,
I'm telling you,
I don't know. I've always been really terrible at charcoal. That's why I use gas most of the time, just because it's easier for me. It's just because I'm not a savant like you are when it comes to the fucking smoker. Because we just had some really great ribs like before the show.
Yo, his meat in my mouth. Oh my God. I'm going to have dreams about it to the point where me and Murph go to a gay bar.
You used your pork rub, didn't you?
Yes, the infidel pork rub.
So where did you come up with this idea for your pork rub?
The pork rub really came from another seasoning, not like copied it or anything, but the idea of the
totally
sweetness came from two different seasonings I was always using, and that was a sugar maple rub and a pecan rub.
Was it your own, or did you like just take what was already
No,
there?
so like those two were not my own, but I've always loved using them, and they were always kind of like my go-to, but I wanted some spice added to it. I wanted a little bit more of a garlic and saltiness to it, so that's whenever I was going to college. I was, out of the military. I was living in Waco, and Grill Your Ass Off wasn't even an idea at that point. It was whenever the chicken, steak, and Cajun, those first four, it was actually going to be called a completely different company, and ended up getting turned down for possible trademark infringement. So I kind of shit canned it, and then that's where it came from.
So where did Grill Your Ass Off originally? How did you come up with that idea for like the name?
That was actually my dad is the one who came up with Grill Your Ass Off, and I was like, oh, that's a stupid idea. Like no one would pick that up inside of a.
Never use this.
Yeah, like not that the name is super catchy, great marketing, but everybody is so PC nowadays. So I was like, because my first thought is I was like, I wouldn't sell any seasonings online because I would never buy seasonings online. I think that's stupid. But I was planning on selling to a retail market, and having a cuss word on the label is super hard to get into, and it still is, even with the following that I do. So,
well, it's not really a cuss word if it's an ass.
But people don't associate that, as soon as
right?
you see a cuss word, like they're like, "Oh my God!"
All right, ass is not a curse word, especially when Jesus rode his ass all the way to Jerusalem. Come on, I'm telling you. Anyway, but what is the best meat to put in your mouth?
Mine.
My meat, sir.
My meat.
I mean, so for me personally, if I had a go-to, it would either be a pecan, which is the sirloin cap, untrimmed, so it still has the fat on it, or beef ribs. Those two are just like if you can actually cook that and get it rolling good, it's phenomenal.
What about you, Mike? What do you think is the best meat to put in your mouth?
The best meat to put in my mouth is chicken.
That's racist.
ironic.
That's fucking racist.
I bet it goes good with some watermelon.
And no, I don't mean fried.
Yeah, you like your grilled chicken? Or
I like my chicken grilled.
Grilled with some Willie Pete.
Willie Pete, yep.
What is the most
I use them all.
blasphemous thing you can do to meat?
Wait, say that again.
What is the most blasphemous thing you could do with meat?
Is that like horrible? You're speaking big words
like
at me.
blasphemy.
I'm
Come on.
I'm a grunt, so I'm not there with the big words.
I went to college. I'm sorry.
I dropped out of college twice.
And look where he's at.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Exo facto
Yeah,
degrees are
he's doing
stupid.
good. Okay, so like, what's
Yes,
the
thank
worst
you.
thing you could do to meat? Like that was basically what the question was.
Well, I mean, rolling off of your question to open this podcast, putting it on a gas grill.
What about you, Nick? The best meat you like to throw down the mouth.
The little ham pieces and Hot Pockets. Grill your ass off.
That's a good one. I totally support that decision. Kai, what about you?
I'm a fan of the garlic picanha, just like Murph was just talking about. I'm getting a little boner right now thinking about Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
All you can eat meat, and then those ribs that I just had. But it hands down, me being from Hawaii, a full roasted pig. Doing some cool little pig. I mean, Nick, you're from Hawaii, right?
Yes, sir. That's the stuff, man.
I mean,
You're the most haole Hawaiian guy I've ever met.
I'm hell as shit. I know.
I mean, you sound like you're from like Arkansas-ish a little bit.
Well, I've been here for long enough and you sing enough in these bars, you better start acting right.
You ain't right.
I mean, I've lived in the South all my life. Like, I still don't have an accent. Like, I've never had an accent from any of the places I've been. That's kind of weird for me.
I don't
Like a Hawaii guy's got one.
I notice whenever I get drunk, I start slurring and sounding a lot
I get
more
a little drawl.
If I get angry, like that's when the moat comes out and start speaking pidgin, and I start getting pissed off. And you think that I'm from Waianae, even though I'm from Kailua, where all the white people live. So
Yeah, when I get drunk, I start throwing out a whole bunch of dudes and Arlies and dog. So Californian when I get drunk.
Wow.
and he starts saying hella.
Yeah, I start saying hello.
Hella crazy, man. Hella crazy. You know what's hella crazy, though, is Elon Musk recently buying the domain Pravada to basically police journalism and give them a credibility score. So they're gonna journalists are basically now gonna have a credit rating.
That's good.
Which is kind of interesting. I mean, everybody always has to deal with the credit rating from the bureaus and everything now, but now there's a legitimate, or should be a legitimate, credit rating for journalists. I mean, what do you guys think of that?
I think it's a good thing, man. It'll start holding these freaking cocksuckers fucking accountable for all the
Oh,
bull
there's
crap
major
they throw out. So, from what I get from it is Elon Musk has bought this domain.
Yeah.
He's creating this site to where people who watch the mainstream media can go into this site and actually rate the mainstream media, give them a credibility rating. And each journalist gets a credibility rating also.
Which I think is great. I think it should be interesting. I mean, What about you guys? I mean, did you even know this was happening?
Yeah. So we are the ones rating it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
like
rating
people,
them.
like everybody can go on, log on to the site once it's built and rate the journalists. And then it also gives them all of their back metadata for everything that they've ever published, and if they've had to have any retractions or false stories that have ever been published.
Yeah, see, that's better. It's kind of like Airbnb reviews that I don't do so well on. Like, backtrack and see, not just see the stars,
Right.
but like,
Yep.
what did they really fuck up?
Like, what place really has roaches in it? I don't know. Like, the truth of the matter in that. I mean,
yeah, that's not bad. You know, it's gonna be a little skewed on the voting. Like, you go on stars. Kind of.
I wonder how that's actually going to turn out, if there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go, like, if it's going to be super biased in one direction or the other. I mean, I hope it would stay neutral, but
I'm kind of hoping that more conservatives get involved and just start going, Fake news. Fake news.
Nonstop.
Fake news.
I don't know. Maybe he's gonna create an AI that's just gonna police the whole fucking thing.
Well, one thing I see with the AIs is like just like how Instagram and Facebook and everything, whenever all that stuff first gets started, you're gonna have all these people buying bots to go out and give reviews and things like that. So, I'm sure it'll eventually get heavily policed, but they're definitely gonna have to start off strong policing it, or else it's gonna get all whacked.
I mean, this is the guy that owns like SpaceX and has launched a fucking car into space because he could.
If anyone has the money to get it done and keep the bots on, keep it legit, it's probably this dude.
Yeah, right? I mean, he couldn't hide his orgies he was having in California. That came out.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. I'm personally waiting for the Don Lemon Anderson Cooper sex tape.
I'm waiting for our orgy here in the studio.
Is this the casting couch? I'm sorry. My name is Ashley. I'm 18.
Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon. Don't send your gay mob after me. I'm sorry.
Please. I mean, so one of the things that
yes, please.
Right. So one of the things that this brings up is the fact that I don't know if this is going to include like bloggers or citizen journalists, because a lot of the times they've actually been more truthful when it comes to reporting than a lot of mainstream media journalists have. So do you think that they should be included in this? I mean, do you see that happening as well? Like I know for me personally, I think they will. If they have enough following, they'll end up on that site. But that just comes that murky water of like what is true journalism versus what's blogging at this point.
It's just like I don't know, I guess rate my professor.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's your profession, you should be on it and you should be getting rated. But like you said, some of the people starting off won't have a big enough of a following to be able to jump right on there. But as soon as they get found, that should be added in there so they can get reviewed, or else you'll start slipping through the cracks.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really hoping that this thing like comes to be, because everything that Sean King posts is fucking fake. So I can just be like, first of all, bro, you're not black, so quit playing that card.
Yeah.
Second of all, fake news.
We, the black delegation, would like to get rid of Sean King, and we want Kanye back.
That's definitely something we'll have to bring up in the next segment after the break. But like that definitely leads into that whole bit.
Man.
So my question is, like, Elon Musk has like a crap ton of fuck you money, right? It's like billions of dollars. He does it all the time. Where he just, like, buys whatever the fuck he wants and just does things with him. So what do you think if he's doing this for Pravada, and then he also made flamethrowers just because he could as well and sold those? What should Elon Musk buy next?
Grill your asshole.
I'd love a retirement check right now. I mean, that'd be great.
I will sell it to you for
$1 billion.
Yeah, you can go have that.
Buy the VA.
He should buy
the VA is a good,
but not
point.
fix
like
it. Just do weird shit with it.
Right.
like
At least make it fun while we're going.
Have
down
strippers at the VA, or at least get docters that are fucking hot.
like water slides. And,
I just want doctors that are hot, because like when she's touching my hang down and everything, I want something to give me at least a little chubby.
Well, I mean, I think
You mean that really poked out
opportunity
belly button you have?
Well, I mean, like,
What about all the female veterans? What if they want a hot dude that like touch them all over?
okay, so we can have a budget for them too.
Okay.
Like, whenever I was still in, we always dreamed about having morale soldiers. Like, you got a guy who's ready to kill himself, you get a girl to go give him a BJ around the corner. Fucking,
That's right.
All of a sudden, he's the happiest dude in the squad.
I'm
It's
the
like that's
greatest
money.
person ever.
That's tax money well spent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hummers save lives.
Maybe they could just start putting like cigarettes back in MREs.
Trademark. We just trademarked that. We're making that a fucking shirt.
Don't steal it.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I think it's weird. Like, I agree with you with the VA. I think he should buy it just so he could probably fix it. Honestly, I think if anybody could fix the VA, it would be Elon Musk.
I would want him to buy like the NBA.
Really?
And so instead of the NBA being the way it is, everyone would wear jetpacks.
like
steroids, just
like doing all the the sports jumping and this trick jumping and shit.
And while Elon Musk is sitting in his throne above, just laughing.
It's like doing Thunderdomes with like fucking NBA players and jetpacks.
What's the one guy from Shark Tank that lives in Dallas? Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban.
Just so he can be like, Mark, shut the fuck up, sit down.
I want him to buy Mark Cuban, so just he can tell him to stand up and sit down wherever.
Mark
he
Cuban,
wants.
T.
That
Billionaire telling a millionaire to get shit for him.
right? That would be that. Yeah, he's like that's. It would also be a great one if him just to buy out NASA like completely.
Yeah,
That's what I was actually going to bring up is like NASA to get the program back rolling, because we used to be a dominant, badass country with it. Now we just suck.
I have a buddy who works for NASA.
They only care about fucking satellites looking at shit we don't give a fuck about. I want to know what the fuck is on Mars, like literally.
I wonder if the NSA is like just hijacking satellites and like staring at people in their backyards.
They probably are.
What if I want to go to Mars? Let's say the biggest part is like they won't take people to go to Mars because they need to be like physically capable. It's like, well, if I want to go to Mars, I already don't care about my physical,
Exactly.
my body at all anyway. I want to go to another planet. I'm already crazy enough. Just send me there, and whatever happens,
Just take all the penal, like do the penal colony thing. Just take them and just send them.
You said
I'm fine
penal.
with that.
Yeah, it did say penal.
I have a lot of exes that I would like to be able to sign up on that roster
Right.
to say bye.
Taking you on vacation, babe. Get on the plane.
There's a lot of things I think Elon Musk could buy with his fuck you money. Like I know what I would do in a couple of situations, which he's already doing, which kind of sucks because like he's already doing that, like make the space program better and make it cheaper and more available for everybody else. Like the fact that he sent a car into space and just did it because he could and then bragged about
What
it.
was in the trunk?
That's a good question. Maybe he's hiding a body. Maybe that's the best way to hide
A dead
a body.
hooker.
That's what I would do.
Maybe
It is either a dead
maybe
hooker or his ex-wife.
Maybe it's his DNA. He's weird like that.
I don't know. Mike keeps bringing.
Maybe he sent a clone into outer space. and
Mike
they
keeps bringing
find
up the fact-
Elon Musk.
Mike keeps bringing up the fact that he's an alien.
I think he might be a
Him and
Why-
Zuckerberg.
okay, why is
Oh.
Elon Musk and like I understand Zuckerberg because he's a fucking weird dude.
so is Elon Musk.
I want him to buy Facebook just so that Mark Zuckerberg will stop fucking with Facebook, because this is what I
Well,
see.
he said he was gonna buy it to delete it.
I wouldn't care because then we have Mayway.
See, Mark Zuckerberg heard this. He just unplugged himself from the wall, and he's gonna fuck it.
He's all robotic and shit.
Speaking about Mark Zuckerfuck, and him stealing Hawaiians' lands.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, we talk. Yeah, but
We've done that before.
We've done that.
but I don't know.
Besides the point, it's the principle. I hate you, Mark Zuckerberg. Gotta use your app all the time.
do it.
So, okay, like what would you guys buy if you had that kind of fuck you money? Silence.
The Green Bay Packers.
Why? Why would you buy the Green Bay
So I could
Packers?
tear that place to the fucking ground.
Just like I would just buy everything you hate just so you can destroy it.
But I wouldn't blow it up. It'd be like one dumpster over a long period of time, so they could slowly watch it.
Like a dumpster fire. You're just gonna roll a bunch of like dumpsters with trash in it and just burn them
It'd be
down.
a dude in a bear suit, with like Elon Musk flamethrower coming out of his mouth as he does it.
Jesus.
That'd be long-term employment, so you'd be doing the city well.
That
creating
actually
jobs.
would. But
Taking homeless veterans off the street. Just find a crackhead homeless veteran. Be like, here's the flamethrower, bro.
We got a one-arm version since you're missing one.
I would buy LeBron James' hairline back. We got to find that motherfucker because that shit is gone.
wow.
But he's still winning.
He's totally winning. He's always doing that.
All these.
Boy,
dudes-
what would you buy?
I was thinking about it a second ago. Is like I want to make the most expensive tank ever created, just because I want a fucking tank, but I don't want it to be like any tank that's ever been made before.
You know how I know you really weren't infantry?
No, it's like I'm serious. Like as a crunchy, like you never get to sit around in fucking tanks and roll around in that shit. Come on, like that would be cool. Like let's fucking don't make a striker, but like or a fucking what was the other one? Shit, you just stole the video of that.
The MGS?
No, it's a different one.
I walked everywhere. So.
Yeah, exactly. And like I'm tired of fucking walking. But anyway,
I just stood there and looked pretty.
If I was to get something besides a bunch of hookers and cocaine, I'd buy the rights to the NFL. So those motherfuckers had to stand. Oh, you don't want to stand? You're fired.
you fired.
You're fired.
It's gonna be huge.
Then I'd buy all of the liberal news medias just so I could fire them.
Well, I mean that's kind of what he could do if he really wanted to. He could buy all those media companies.
He can
Come on,
buy the
Disney
earth.
signed everything up. Yeah.
Just imagine.
I would buy Disney so they stop fucking things up.
What if Elon Musk said, "I just purchased the Earth"?
I bought the earth from everyone.
Oh my god!
That would be insane.
Well, they sold plots
Not
on the
gonna lie.
moon.
Yeah.
Like,
That
people
they
own
did a long
acreage.
time ago, but I don't think they do that anymore.
Who can buy planets though? Wouldn't that be?
I want to buy your.
But who has the legal right to owning?
Me too.
I mean, like, so I could say I own Mars.
No one, but
No one.
I mean, technically, you could. You could go like print a certificate, be like, "Here's
Yeah,
my
you could
deed."
totally do it.
Gotta be like, not today, bitch.
Good luck.
Boom.
With that, but
I mean, yeah, if you find a good lawyer, then you could be like, "Hey, Elon, I own Mars, so if you're gonna send people there, you got to pay me."
I mean,
Yeah.
you can actually buy stars.
Yeah.
You know, because I bought my wife a star, and I don't know what consolation.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the biggest scam
it's up
that's
there
ever
somewhere.
been produced in
It
history.
is a scam,
buying
but it's
fucking stars, man.
it probably fell out the sky.
Isn't a star a thing that's already exploding? Like
Pretty
it's-
much,
it's
yeah.
just-
like,
So they say. We don't know.
Like 13 billion years ago, it exploded.
All I know is Mike paid money for a piece of paper that says I bought a star.
It was a good gesture.
Hey, how much did you spend on that star?
Yeah.
We just started dating, and we were in that. What phase is that?
That
Red face.
The red phase. Yeah, we were in red
Like
phase.
basic?
Now we're in we're like in black phase. I don't know.
why's it got to be black? That's racist.
I was gonna
It's
say
like you've
black
been
is
married.
like death,
We've been
man.
together
That's
for
horrible.
8 years, so you're so used to each other to where nothing really phases you anymore. You're just
Yeah,
like,
everything's. It's like, all right,
Mike,
that's
your dick's
cool.
hanging out.
I didn't know my dick was hanging out. I'm sorry.
Put some clothes on.
I don't want to fucking put clothes.
You
on.
stink. When was the last time you showered? Okay, you're still with me, right?
You still want that stuff?
We're comfortable. It's cool.
Take my star with me.
Give me my star back and a teddy bear that came with it.
Right. Right. Anyway, okay. So like that's enough for this segment. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, guys, and we're gonna come back and talk about Roseanne Barr. But first, watch this video.
We got 6 different spices. Our newest one is Crispy's Mango Habanero. We just partnered up with Omar Avila. His nickname is Crispy. Right now it's our number 2 seller. Gunpowder's still number 1, but it's quickly becoming a favorite.
Now, what makes gunpowder the favorite?
Due to the fact it's different from anything you've ever seen. It features FDA-approved activated charcoal inside there, so you want that perfect-looking black bark. The activated charcoal doesn't really give you a ton of flavor, but it gives you that perfect, deep, rich color that you're looking for in a brisket. Next up, we got Infidel Pork Rub, which is going to be a brown sugar chipotle pepper style mix, so it's going to be sweet and then follow up with some heat to it. And since it's going on pork, we couldn't come up with a better name other than Infidel, so
Okay.
fits all of us 2A members well. Claymore Cajun seasoning is going to be our Creole style seasoning with a ton of flavor, so we decided to put a crawfish on there for the Cajun style and a Claymore because a Claymore is a small pack but it has a really big explosion. Small amount of ingredients, large amount of flavor. We got Willie Pete chicken seasoning. Willie Pete chicken seasoning is going to be a Southwest garlic style seasoning. Really great on chicken, but kind of like a season-all. It's going to have less than 2% salt out of the seasoning, and it's great on everything. We have our Madu steak seasoning. This was our first seasoning. It's a heavier granulated style seasoning, so you're going to get a lot more of a bold flavor once it's done.
And you know what I love about all your seasonings and just your company in general, Jason, is that you're very Second Amendment friendly. How important was that to integrate, veteran and Second Amendment and the rights into your company?
I wanted to basically be able to have any veteran, family of a veteran, active military, or Second Amendment user pick this up and automatically feel a connection to it. And if I can get someone to pick this up, get a laugh out of it, so that's the meaning behind Grill Your Ass Off and all of our labels.
Welcome back. I'm glad you enjoyed that commercial break, y'all. You know what my favorite thing to do is whenever my wife is getting nice and tired, I like to pull out a little bit of Grill Your Ass Off. Go ahead and rub my meat with it, and just a couple strokes gets her to swallow every single time. So back to you, Hooch.
Nice.
I mean, was that solid?
that was pretty
good.
solid.
That was good.
You have a pretty good radio voice.
Yeah, he's got a radio. He's got a face for radio too.
Yeah, very sensual.
Anyway, so
He's also got a face for bukkake porn.
oh, that's hardcore, man.
Is that like Brazilian? I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with that.
So it's a Japanese style. Should look it up. Comes with tentacle hentai as well.
Don't
no.
look it up. Don't look it up.
It falls right next to Blue Waffle and 2 girls finger painting.
Why would you? Wait, no.
There's
Anyway,
4 girls finger painting, but
Anyway, back to the show. Coming back from the break, we're going to talk about Roseanne Barr getting fired. Has everybody seen the tweet that we're actually talking about?
No.
I've read snippets of it.
Snippets of it. Okay, let me.
I know she
Was
said
it
something
longer
about.
than
I'll actually
An
give
ape.
what it actually said.
Was it longer than just that one line?
No, it was literally just a sentence.
That was it?
Yeah,
I figured.
I'll bring it up right now.
I figure Fox will probably pick her up.
Yeah, they will.
Okay, so what they were talking about is it was a thread that was on here. I'll throw it up for everybody else. Is new post WikiLeaks Julian Assange drops a bombshell. Obama's CIA also spied on French presidential candidates as published in the SGT report. And then some people commented about it where Michelle Park said Obama's secrets are coming out more every week. And this is getting very interesting. What a crooked man. He hit it well. Next person says, Jarrett helped hide a lot. And then Roseanne Barr said, Muslim Brotherhood plus and Planet of the Apes had a baby. VJ, which is talking about what was her?
Valerie Jarrett.
Yeah, Valerie Jarrett. Which,
Well,
yeah.
I will say this. She did look a little apish. And I'm talking about from the Planet of the Apes, the original movie. If you look at the characters, they were kind of humanoids. They had ape faces.
I saw the meme.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, Valerie.
Yeah, I mean, I get the joke where she was trying
it was a
to
joke.
come for that. So if you don't know who Valerie Jarrett is, she served as a senior advisor to Obama and assisted for public engagement in intergovernmental affairs from 2009 to 2017. That was her job. She was,
She's Obama's mistress.
advisor. But like the thing about it was with this is that I think a lot of people got stuck on the fact that she was born in Iran, but her parents were both American. James E. Bowman and Barbara T. Bowman were her parents, and Robert Robinson Taylor, who was the first African-American architect and the first African-American student enrolled in Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, as you know it commonly. So I can see where people were getting a little upset with the ape comment. All they didn't see the whole context. Like when you hear it, it makes it sound like she said, "Oh, that chick's an ape," or something like that. In the most southern way you could possibly say it. That little ape over there, kind of situation. But that's not the case. She used it as a whole concept of a sentence, which was the Planet of the Apes. And referring to her face being ape-like, I guess is what it was. And she later came out and apologized and said that it was insensitive and that she had been taking a lot of Ambien, used the Ambien excuse to get out of it. But unfortunately, she was...
I'm kind of on the fences with it, though I don't agree with the whole ape comment. Even though I joked about it earlier, it's just in bad taste. But she is a comedian, and comedians are known to be a little, vulgar, or they say things that they really... don't mean there's more of a comedic base. But they loved her when she was talking about moving to another country when Trump was running. They was all about, Roseanne.
Well, they were also all about Trump before he became the presidential candidate too. So like that you got to take that with a grain of salt, man. Like
it sounds like most of their problem isn't with what she said, but the fact that they fired her immediately after. When plenty of that sounds like more of the stuff I've been seeing going around social media is they're more mad that they fired her immediately when other people have said the same or worse.
I mean, come on, look what Charlie Sheen did in order to get fired. I mean, he literally went on like all kinds of tirades, was doing a bunch of blow and other shit, and they still finished out the season with him. Yeah, before firing him or canceling the show. I don't like how... I think they were looking for an excuse to end the show after she came out as being supportive of Trump. That might be part of it. Other than that, she said something stupid, and a lot of people lost their jobs because of one sentence. Like that's like a lot of these TV productions have a bunch of people that work for them. So if something gets canceled like that, just like immediately, all those people lose their job.
Yeah, true.
And some of those are contract jobs. They're not just like that's a steady paycheck unless they're on that series for the rest of the time. Like. That's what really sucks about this. I don't know. Like there's more stuff that can go on with that bit. I know you were talking about it earlier. On Facebook, it's like you're gonna like start doing the petitions.
So I put out. I was like, you get a lot of these liberal leaning news organizations that get these super pro. I call them pro blacks. Liberals up there that will call any black person that supports Donald Trump or conservative, they start calling them coons and Uncle Toms. So I said, I'm going to start a petition. Every time I hear that word on their news show, I'm going to start a petition to get that person fired or that show taken off. Because the word coon is just as racist as people would say ape. But I want to know, when did black people start identifying with apes? Because I've never considered myself or thought of myself as a fucking ape.
I think it comes down to the fact that it has been used before in the past as a slur to describe.
There's people of all races that look like a fucking monkey, but damn, come on, that's ridiculous. And people, they're so hypersensitive in today's, social construct of America. Everyone's hypersensitive to everything, and you can't say shit. And social justice is killing comedy. Social justice is killing music, movies, and everything.
Yeah, there's I mean, no racial, but have you seen the 400 block of 6th Street, Dirty Six on a Friday and Saturday night?
No, I don't hang out.
It looks like a bunch of monkeys. Like you have people throwing shit all over the place, screaming
I mean, in my work environment, I have people throw shit all the time. And,
literally, if you've heard any of his shit stories, you know.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think it just comes down to if you're going to be a public figure, especially on social media, just like think.
Yes.
Before you say,
You know, measure twice, cut once. Read it twice, post once. I mean, it's that fucking simple.
I kind of wish Trump would do that, like with a lot of his shit. Like I've said that from the
Agreed.
beginning. Is like, dude, just you know, it's sometimes you get ahead and then you'll say something
1 step forward, 2 steps back.
that will fuck it up. You know, like
It's like, look at my beautiful blacks over here. They support me. They love me. My beautiful blacks. I'm like, why did you say
why
that?
did you, Don? Why did you say that?
Why
That's
did you
stupid.
say that?
She's not the only person that's gotten in trouble with Twitter when it comes to comedians saying jokes. I mean, there's been plenty of people that have said some insensitive things on Twitter and apologized, but didn't get fired.
I get in trouble on Twitter all the time. Like I think I'm on Twitter count number 7 right now.
Because you keep getting banned.
Well, that and then, like my IP address keeps changing due to the fact that like I've moved like 6 times in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So
You know, I bet she's doubled her followers since then.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure, but I mean, she's already said that she's gonna quit Twitter altogether. And like,
Someone
No,
will pick
she's
her
not.
Up. Someone will pick her up, and there was another thing going around. Her cast members, everyone who was on the show with her, were talking shit about her pretty much in tweets.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, thanks for the support. You guys are so supportive because pretty much without her, none of them would have had a job." Right. And she's like, "I can't believe you guys would throw me under the bus like this."
So one
Oh,
thing
I'm not
while we're
surprised.
on it, you were talking about the Twitter ban and all that kind of shit. I always find it funny because the more and more I travel and get to meet other veteran-owned businesses, mainly in the veteran-owned business world, I don't know why, everybody
I know.
bitches about the Instagram and Facebook and Twitter rules. Like, it's a public website that you get to use for free, and if it wasn't for that public site, your business would not exist and you would not have any money and you'd be sitting at home collecting disability and not doing anything with your fucking life. So shut the fuck up and enjoy what is given to you for free. Follow the rules and you won't get banned. That fucking simple.
Or create your own.
Yeah.
I follow the rules.
Yeah, like Vero. Fucking go out there and do that shit and then disappear.
I think a lot of it comes down to when it comes to like veterans is the fact that it comes back to that veteran entitlement we've talked about before. When
You didn't thank me for my service at the start of this?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for my service kind of situations. Like, I've done enough for my country that I should be able to say what I want to say. I should be able to post whatever meme I want to post.
Man, we
You know,
talked about that
that's my
last
free
week.
speech.
It's the edgy veteran mentality.
Yeah.
We all think we have to be these edgy individuals. We
Gotta
have
be
to have
the
these zingers every time something is posted. Yes, we all do it, but there's a time and a place for it. You know.
Well, not only that, you also got to remember that you're the one who volunteered and raised your hand.
Yeah.
Like, nobody owes you shit.
Yep.
You're the dumbass that signed the piece of paper.
Period.
No,
Like,
I agree with you.
and speaking about that, like it was Memorial Day this past weekend, and the amount of posts that I saw from veterans, like, and they were demanding free stuff on Memorial Day, and I had to call one of them out. He's a specialist with the Texas National Guard. It's like, well, I go to Texas Roadhouse and I get a 10% discount. And this past weekend, I only got 27 cents off my meal. He goes, "You got to be freaking out of your mind." And I'm like, "Bro, this weekend's not for us.
Yeah.
It's for our brothers who died."
Yeah.
And I go, and you guys can
Wait
shit.
to Veterans Day to complain.
I'm like, wait to Veterans Day. But I'm like, this isn't the time to complain. Who gives a shit if we get a fucking discount or not? Cool. If they offer a discount, awesome. You still got 27 cents off your meal. You know what? Like, we volunteer to do this shit. You talked a big game about being an active duty soldier, but you've not been active. And it's
yeah. And I'm one of those vets. I will say I'm one of those vets who don't jump on all these discount trains, man. You know, I'm not really into that stuff. I don't like throwing my veteran card around like that at stores or discounts. You know, I pay. I'm a civilian, and I'm going to pay exactly what everyone else pays.
Yeah, I'll do it at movie theaters just because it's a little cheaper and I like my matinees. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so-
Gonna get a free popcorn with that?
Right, exactly.
That's like
But
with the veterans that like plan their meals out on Veterans Day. And
Yeah,
they just go
I'm not
place
that- yeah.
to place.
I did
And
that
I don't
one-
do that. My wife
I'm
hates
too
me.
lazy
She's
for
like,
that.
I really wanted Applebee's, but why did I marry you if I don't get my free meal on Veterans Day?
I can't get my Applebee's on Veterans Day.
I serve too. Thank me for my service.
That's funny because my wife is the same way. She goes, "Michael, today's Veterans Day. You don't want to go get nothing to eat?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, why did I marry you for all this free shit?" I'm like, "Hold on." I'll say, "Okay,
You
here's why
married
you
me
married
because
me.
you love me, right?
You got TRICARE for life. You get DV plates. You get all these fucking benefits from me,
BBC.
and you get the BBC."
Yeah, buddy.
Sometimes.
Anyway,
When was the last time you gave the BBC?
so this is the only thing I wanted to kind of bring up when it comes to like this kind of double standard of things. So I don't know if you saw the Kendrick Lamar stuff, like he bringing that fan up on stage, like especially as a singer for with you, he brought up a fan on stage and she sang the song and it happened to have a bunch of N-words in it and she sang the whole song in its entirety in fidelity. And
she did an awesome job, by the way.
She did an awesome job, but then she got blasted. Like right after that happened, like
hold up, you can't say that.
Yeah, like all kinds of harassment, all kinds of like hate. Yeah, because she was white.
So my question is, why write a fucking song with the lyrics that have the N-word in it if you're not going to use it? Yeah. Like if your song has that word in it and I'm rapping your song, you best be damn right that I'm going to say it. Because you know what? You're welcome for my service and I'm going to fucking use it.
Here's my problem with it is he specifically knew what the song was because he wrote it, right? He's performing it. And out of all of the people in the audience, out of all of them, he chooses the one white chick to bring up on stage. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
what do you think?
Yeah, like, what do you think, Nick?
I mean, y'all on social media too, the way, I mean, y'all have a ton of followers. I mean, that kind of thing, people are going to find something to jump on no matter what. So as soon as she got her face next to him on stage, there was going to be a negative backlash somewhere.
That's true.
They just kind of dish it up for
the only reason why
if it wasn't that, they would have found something else.
Like Jordan B getting like all that crap for having a white girlfriend when he was doing Black Panther.
And you know what? Like people are going to complain about it so much, but you know what? She was a big white girl. He's a black dude.
Shut your big face. But that stereotype is bullshit because my wife is fucking tiny.
Right. Okay. So
but
Michael,
but
what do you
can
think?
one thing I'll say to Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick, look into my eyes when I tell you.
Look in my eyes.
Look into my eyes.
Look at me.
If you don't want white, Caucasian, however you want to call them, other people outside of the black race saying the N-word in your music, just create an edited album just for white people. And you create the album, you say white people only, and then you have no N-words in there.
Crack is only.
You kill it. But for you to get this female on stage who paid money to watch your show, who probably buys your albums royally.
Well, she was probably a big fan. Yeah.
Probably a huge fan, and a word you told her she can't say. You just embarrassed her. You probably lost a lot of fans right there. Because people take stuff like that to heart. So, I don't know. Kendrick, you probably banged a couple white chicks in your time.
I mean, it seems like for him to alienate that kind of, group of fans, like, from your music, like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, I know Nick...
That's the biggest fucking thing that musicians don't get is you don't want to... There's a 328 million people in America, 7 billion in the world. Why would you want to cut out half of your fan base, your potential market, by picking? It's like, I have what I believe, but is that going to be put on my business and my music? Because as far as I'm concerned, music is for fucking everybody.
Yep.
Anyone is welcome to it. They can believe it. If they don't like it because of they think my politics are a certain way, I'm a vet, have at it. If they don't like it because I suck, have at it. But there's going to be a base out there. I'm not going to go myself and alienate that base and destroy it myself. Right. I'll let them hate me as they get to know me.
So as a singer, I do have one request at the end of the show. Will you sing Freebird?
Damn it.
Only the 17 minute version, which is actually 34 minutes long because I play it twice.
No, for the love of God. Okay. So Jason, what about you? What do you think of this?
So I think it really comes back down to like what we were talking about with the comedians and things like that. There's like that fine line you do and don't cross.
Yeah.
But in a perfect world, just like how a comedian should be able to say whatever the hell they want to say because it's comedy. I mean, music is an art. You should be able to say whatever you want to say. And in this perfect non-racial world that a lot of people don't think that we live in or that we do live in, or, whatever your view on that is, it shouldn't matter what the hell she says. It's music. She's performing art, and it shouldn't matter at the end of the
she's
day.
not doing it out of malice. She's not doing it out of hate.
She's not doing it.
She's singing your song.
She's not disgrading someone or anything like that. She's just like Nick on stage singing, so there shouldn't be any issue with it.
So this definitely brings up kind of the last topic of the episode that I wanted to bring up is the kind of like social justice, like warrior type thing of that double standard in free speech. Like free speech only belongs to a certain subset group of people, and it's usually them only.
I got one on that, and we kind of talked about it earlier with the Memorial Day stuff. So did y'all see the Memorial Day video we did at Grill Your Ass Off?
I do not.
I saw something.
The missing man table?
Yeah, I saw that one.
All right, so that was like a last minute thing. Me and Nick did actually talk about doing that Friday before Memorial Day. We ended up running out of time. Did an event all day Saturday, and then it was like last thing Saturday night. I was like, fuck, I'm by myself. It's just me and my dog. All my family and friends are out of town. I was like, I'm just gonna go to the store and grab all the shit, make this video real quick because I want to do something for the community.
Yeah.
So I went to Walmart, picked up everything. Only thing I needed was a rose vase, and a Bible because I don't have one at my house.
What kind of Christian boy from Texas are you?
Apparently not the right kind.
Right.
But no, I mean, seriously, I don't have a Bible at the house. I'm not that super of a religious person. Everybody believes what they want to. So I'm like, shit, okay, I'll go run over to Kroger's. It's the next store on the way home. Walmart doesn't sell a Bible. Kroger doesn't sell a Bible. So I was like, you know what? I have a flag that has been in over 500 funerals on a caisson in Arlington National Cemetery. It's been flown at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. A buddy I went to basic training with stole it for me, and one of my best friends...
He tactically acquired. He did not
tactically
steal.
acquired.
No names.
His casket team folded the flag for me, so it's very special to me. But I mean, it's also a folded flag. Every single American, no matter what religion you're in, you're draped in an American flag, period.
Right.
So I replaced the Bible with the flag. I still left the text inside the caption saying what the Bible stood for. I didn't put anything in for the flag. I mean, that video has probably over 300,000 views by now. I had veterans out the wall on Facebook tearing me up because I didn't have a Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how pathetic is, like, just shut the fuck up and be grateful that somebody did something for our community.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that always find some way to critique, even though it's not welcomed critique.
They just want to find something to fucking stolen valor you on.
They're technically...
You obviously didn't know the Bible was there. Stolen valor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the vets are no different than these social justice warriors. Well, not all of us, but you get these vets,
flats,
man,
like the
whose head pop off the pillow the minute they pick up their phone, and they're searching for anything that's anything veteran that they can critique.
Do you want to know why? Because they wake up with no notifications. They want that notifications. They want the hunger that people are hitting them up. They want that drive, and that's what these social justice warriors are coming from, is people that are so introverts. They just sit at home all day and play video games, keyboard warriors. Like, they get so driven and hungry by these notifications because they have no friends. They have no life. This is what they friggin'
This is all they reach out to, yeah. I agree with you.
Speaking of which, if anyone ever covers my songs, Stolen Valor. Immediately blasting you to every vet page I know.
I think one of the reasons I
we're
really
talking about you.
Yeah, we know. But one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up was the fact that it's really weird that we're in this kind of zone in society, especially in America right now, where free speech means two different things between two very different groups. And I know for us, free speech it's not the stuff everybody agrees with. It's a shit that nobody agrees with that has to be protected. And that's kind of like one of those weird things. Like, it's like, yeah, I get where they're coming from with the NFL. I don't agree with it. Does it need to be protected? Yeah. But I also think that it doesn't, like, you're doing it in a bad way. Like, when you start shitting on the flag, like, that's when a lot of people get upset, like, know your audience kind of situation, right. Like talking about in that same way. Same thing with everybody else. It's just, you got to learn your audience. You got to know what's going to be effective and what's not. I don't think Roseanne's tweet or Kendrick Lamar's thing was good. Both of them were bad, and they were very two different sides of the spectrum here.
Is that penis flavored?
Oh yeah, no,
it's
guava jelly.
No, I mean, you're right. Yeah. It all ties back to being a professional in your environment.
Exactly.
Way to be professional with that last comment, bro.
I mean, there is free speech. We all understand.
We are in the
speech.
right environment. So.
We respect free speech, but we all understand. All understand for a reaction, there's a reaction, and there's consequences to everything you say, good or bad. Mm-hmm. And if you can just accept that, move on with your life. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Say what you got to say. Just prepare for the backlash.
Yep, exactly.
And let it roll off your shoulder.
Exactly. So with that'll conclude our show. Does anybody have any final thoughts before we go?
Tommy?
No.
Lauren?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I'm in love with her.
I know some people like her, some people don't. But
I'm sure she is.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody.
She
for
calls
coming.
me flamethrower. We talked about
let
flamethrowers
Nick
earlier.
Yeah,
Do
I
his
was
plug-
about to. Let's do that. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing, bro.
Well, you said you were closing out, bro.
I am closing it out. But
We
I was
are
gonna
we
tell-
are
I'm
we
just
are
gonna do it.
hooked.
I'm gonna
We
do
are
it.
connected at the hip.
I'm gonna do it.
I was once called the closure.
Exactly. Anyway, so we love you guys for coming out, watching us, listening to us wherever you're doing this stuff. I want to give Nick the floor for a second so he can plug some of his stuff.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Nick Sterling Music on Spotify, iTunes. Get the album nicksterlingmusic.com. All proceeds of my album are going to Lone Survivor Foundation, and we'll be touring about 20 some odd states here this summer. So I'll be
Hey, real fast, you
everywhere.
spoke about the Lone Survivor Foundation. How's it working with Marcus Luttrell?
They don't allow me around him anymore.
You touched him too many times in appropriate places. Okay, so Jason, you too.
So everything is grill your ass off, and I would like to say, whoever comes up, we'll do this Facebook only. Y'all post these on Facebook, right? All right, yeah. I want to make sure the full thing was on there. Whoever comes up with the best caption of making gay comments about his vape wins a free bag of beef jerky. Your choice of the flavor.
Totally do that.
So-
Anyway, we want to.
Do I get to be the judge of the best comment for?
No,
Oh,
no, it's gonna be us.
One more thing, real quick. So everyone knows that the poll went through, and Michael's growing his mustache back, which we figured out last week. But we have another poll coming out today.
Yeah, it's coming out.
We're not going
Friday.
to talk about it, but
Yeah.
Actually, I think we should talk about
okay.
it.
No,
so-
we're not.
no,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
save
be a
it for next
surprise.
time.
We're
We're
gonna let it be a
running out of time,
surprise.
guys. But anyway, we love you guys, America. Make sure to check out ATP. Get these awesome T-shirts.
Hold on,
Want to thank
I
Dingo
don't even get to do my
Distribution.
plug.
No, not this time. Anyway, we're running out of time, guys. We love you. We'll see you next time, America. Definitely check out these guys right here. Great stuff. Check out ATB. Check out Dingo. Check out us. Love us. Like us. Share us. And we'll see you next time.
and we are out.
Thank you for listening to The Hooch. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at The Hooch Podcast. Also, subscribe to us on whatever podcast platform you're listening on, and go to opslens.com for more experience-driven commentary.